The BAA is our bishop's annual appeal, an opportunity to expand our ministry outreach by participating in the diocese's annual funding initiative, which impacts many of our existing ministries right here at St. Francis. Without the BAA, many of our ministries would not be able to reach countless people who are in need within our very own parish. BAA funding is used only for ministries. In fact, the BAA impacts all 96 parishes and missions in our diocese and has generated over $120 million in funding for ministry since its inception in 1978. The BAA is not used for the Cathedral campaign. Specifically in 2017, your gifts were used for parish support, Catholic charities, seminarian education, youth and young adult formation, Catholic education, and Catholic communications. St. Francis of Assisi Parish is part of the Diocese of Raleigh and part of the Universal Church under the leadership of Pope Francis. As a result, all of our ministry outreach must be carried out within the context of who we are, not only as a Franciscan parish, but as a Franciscan parish that is part of a greater whole. The BAA helps our teachers with professional licensing, curriculum, testing and student assessment, school accreditation, staff development, and so much more. Catholic education leads many of our young people to service careers within our faith, as well as careers that address issues of social concern and seek the common good for all people. The BAA provides us with a greater reach for our Catholic social teaching, as well as proclaiming the Word of God within our parish and many parishes within our diocese that do not have adequate resources, teaching a consistent message of faith, even in parishes of a much smaller size. Infrastructure, assistance to social outreach, Catholic education, combined with a variety of social programs are all made possible through the BAA and affect families across the diocese. Without the BAA, St. Francis would function in a vacuum confined to a small geographic footprint. Because we are part of the diocese and the Universal Church, our participation in the BAA enables us to be better stewards of our resources. It also assures that our Catholic faith will be present in less prosperous areas of North Carolina within our diocese. Catholic Parish Outreach, or CPO, is a great example of how the BAA serves those in need right here in our own local area. CPO serves 9,600 people a month with the help of over 1,900 volunteers and distributes 2.6 million pounds of food a year. CPO does more than give out food. It provides hope to people by treating them with dignity and respect, along with showing that volunteers have come together for one purpose: to love and support those in need. Some lesser-known areas where the BAA makes a tremendous impact is in the support of clinical counseling with a success rate of over 85%. This includes refocused marriage, past trauma, and stress due to a myriad of situations in a person's life. With mental health issues plaguing our country, this type of counseling has become an important component of what the BAA makes possible through your generosity. The BAA provides a unique opportunity to St. Francis and parishes throughout the diocese to come together to build and support our faith. In the same way, we may be helping to support other parishes are helping to support us. Our combined efforts enable a greater capacity and reach for our Christian faith and values across our diocese.
I was at the diocese recently as I was sitting down there at the table. Who came down and sat next to me? Our new Bishop Luis Rafael Zarama. Took a seat next to me and he turned and said hello, and then he said, "You know, it's always nice to sit down next to a Franciscan." So we chatted a little bit, and he talked a little bit about what it is like to be a new bishop in this diocese and how excited he is to be a part of the diocese. And he spoke a little bit about some of the programs, some of the things that are important to him. Catholic charities, outreach, things like that. And as we talked, I realized that so much of what he talked about as important to him are the things that are supported by the Bishop's Annual Appeal. So as we get underway here at St. Francis with our 2018 Bishop's Annual Appeal, I ask you to please consider your own part, our own part as a Franciscan parish, as a parish that does not stand alone. We are not sort of a Franciscan island out here. We are part of the Diocese of Raleigh. We have a responsibility to the diocese, to the bishop and his programs. We ask your support. Thanks.